What's up guys, it's Rachel. Ta-da! Today I came to this beautiful Han River Park. We are having a little picnic here today. I think it's been a month already. I came to this park. I was feeling pretty miserable back then, and on that day I was giving you a life update, and you guys probably remember this. Out of nowhere, this stranger gave me this little bouquet, so that really made my day, and that made me think. I've had some of those interactions with strangers that brightened up my day. You know, really nice people that make you realize that this world is still a nice place. It is still a beautiful place. And this is a question that comes to my mind sometimes. Are Koreans nice? Today I want to share with you some of the nicest people that I've interacted. You know, those people that make us feel so warm inside. So today's video is gonna be really heartwarming. By the way, I don't know where these people are. They were total strangers to me, but it's amazing that we had this special moment and they left a mark in my heart, and I'm glad that I can share these beautiful memories with you. So let's get into it. This one kind of goes back a little bit. It was when I was working in the office, and for a couple of nights I was staying in this hotel, and one morning I decided to get a cup of coffee and take a little walk outside. I wanted to take a little break, and so I went out. I was on my way to this coffee shop, but then I realized it was raining. When I got out of the hotel, it wasn't raining, but it started to rain. To be honest, I didn't mind the rain because I was so caught up with my tasks, like what am I supposed to do next, and I was thinking of work, and I was just enjoying this little walk. And then all of a sudden, this stranger came up to me and handed me over his umbrella. And I was like, whoa, like, no, thank you, I don't need this. And he was insisting. Mind you, we've never met. We are total strangers to each other. And he was wearing a suit, and he was like, oh, I'm going into this building right now. That was his building, that was his office. But then my hotel was right over there, so I insisted too. Oh, it is really okay, really okay. So we were like going back and forth. In the end, I didn't take his umbrella because I really didn't need to. But that was the sweetest thing. He's never seen me before, but he was willing to give up on his own umbrella to this stranger. How nice is that? I don't take it for granted. That's the nicest thing. Okay, the next one. Oh, I don't know if you can hear this, but there is an ambulance going. This was when I was in high school. It was also a rainy day. I didn't really need to take a bus to get to my home after school because my house was only 10 minutes away from school. But on that day, for some reason, my feet were hurting. I don't remember why, but I was waiting for a bus. It was raining. I didn't have an umbrella. I was at this bus stop. It didn't have a roof. I was under the rain. But I slowly realized that it stopped raining all of a sudden. So I didn't know what was going on. Oh, the rain has stopped. And then I kind of looked around, and behind me, I don't know her, by the way, but she was a senior at my school, and she was holding the umbrella over me without letting me know, you know. That was so sweet. And when I looked at her, we made an eye contact, and she gave me this like smile to me. That was really cool. Still can remember her smile. It was the nicest smile. It was kind of like a girl crush moment because, you know, how sweet is that? I really thought she was so cool. Because who smiles like that? I was on the subway and I was arguing with my one of my ex-boyfriends. We were having this frustrating conversation and I wasn't definitely happy with the conversation. If there is one thing that I hate the most, it'd be crying in the public. It's just so embarrassing. If I could, like, I would do my best not to show my vulnerability to other people, to random people. I mean, what am I doing? Why am I crying in public? But the conversation that I was having sucked. So I really didn't want to, but no matter how hard I was pushing it back, tears started to come out. And because it's so embarrassing at the same time, I was just letting the teardrops come down and I wasn't making any noise. I was just talking, but like I was shedding the tears. And then the person who was sitting right next to me must have noticed that I was crying because you know how big your teardrops can get when you are trying not to show it. Like it literally drops like into your pants right away and they leave huge mark. So that's also very embarrassing. Anyways, so she saw that, she knew that I was crying and she handed me over some tissues. And I was in the middle of the conversation, so I didn't really talk anything to her except for a simple thank you because I was crying and I was embarrassed and I was still in the middle of the freaking frustrating conversation. Still, it is one of the nicest memory that I received from a stranger. I think it's so considerate and sweet. It felt really warm. You are in this terrible situation and someone is that nice to you. You suddenly feel like, oh, this is not all so bad. So that happened. There's no way that I can find her. No way at all. But I really wanted to say to her thank you again, and I hope she's doing well. I hope she's happy. By the way, guys, if you're in a relationship with someone that makes you miserable and makes you feel really sad in public, then get out. It's not when a stranger is nicer to you. You deserve better. Okay, last but not least, this one is rather recent. At my new apartment, the parking situation is kind of tricky because I live with my sister and we both have cars. So we need to park our cars right in front of each other so that we don't have to bother other people. And when we first moved in, there was this huge conflict because one of the tenants in my building had a problem with us for having two cars, but it's nonsense because there are enough parking spaces in this apartment building, but he was just being mean without any reasonable reason. I don't still get him. He always parked his car right in front of my car. So whenever I wanted to drive, I had to push his car out of our driveway. You know what I mean? Like he put his car in neutral and I had to physically push his car out of my driveway. And his car is heavy. So I was it's so frustrating. I always call my sister to help me out. But it was one of those mornings that I didn't want to bother my sister because she was still in bed. I wanted to figure it out by myself, so I was doing my best, pushing the car. And this stranger, hey, do you need a hand? And I was like, oh, yes, please. Thank you so much. And this gentleman pushed the car out of my driveway with me, and that was really nice. And that made me feel that I also should be the one that offers help to strangers. All the people that I mentioned today are the people that I've never met before, and after our short interactions, I haven't seen them ever again. Most of them, I don't even remember their faces. I just remember the situation and what the situation I was in and what they did for me. They are not like significant things, huge gestures, but to me, I still remember all of them so vividly because it was so nice. Those small moments make me feel that Korea is a warm place and people are nice here. I don't know, even though I can't ever pay it back to them directly because it's impossible, but what I can do is giving back to other people who need my help. If I can be nice to other people, in a way, I am paying them back because that's what they would have wanted. It's the world that they wanted to make. Oh my gosh, did you guys see it? Okay, those are the nicest people that I met that I wanted to share with you today. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Love you and goodbye.